Pennsylvania is a commonwealth in which we work together to create shared prosperity and thriving communities. But we have two deficits today that stand in the way of attaining those goals. We have a budget deficit and we have a public investment deficit, a failure to invest enough in education, human services, infrastructure, and clean air and water. Our upside-down tax system, which puts the tax burden on working people and the middle class while giving corporations and the rich a free ride, makes it impossible to raise enough revenue to fix both deficits. The Fair Share Tax, SB 555, together with a severance tax on natural gas drilling, corporate tax reform, and an increase in the minimum wage, can turn our tax system right side up, raising revenues while reducing taxes on most Pennsylvanians. The Fair Share Tax raises $2 billion a year to invest in our schools and colleges, human services, roads, bridges, towns, recreation centers, and clean air and water. And before you get mad about your taxes going up, there's something important you should know. The Fair Share Tax is actually a tax cut for 60% of Pennsylvanians, and it keeps taxes the same for another 25% of Pennsylvanians. The Fair Share Tax would lower the tax rate on wages and interest, the kind of income most of us receive, from 3.07% to 2.8%. That's the tax cut most Pennsylvanians will see. Then it raises the tax on income that mostly goes to the rich. Things like dividends, net income from a business, capital gains, rents, and royalties, from 3.07% to 6.5%. Over 70% of the $2 billion raised in new revenues comes from the top 5% of income earners. 50% comes from the top 1%, taxpayers whose income is, on average, well over $1 million a year. The people who pay more under the Fair Share Tax are the people who have seen their income skyrocket in the last 40 years, while the rest of us have seen our income stagnate. Even after implementing this plan, Pennsylvania would still have the lowest effective tax rate of any surrounding state for the folks in the top 1%. Sign the petition on this page to our legislators calling on them to enact a fair share tax so they can invest in our communities instead of debating what they will cut.